Well, do we want to address, you called it Balloon Gate. Somebody in here just mentioned we're not going to see any more balloons at Nebraska games.
Yeah, kind of crazy. I'm just saying the crazy part is the reaction that I've seen on the news and stuff about people getting interviewed and just can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, Nebraska fans know that there's always been a long-standing tradition where they buy balloons, they buy red balloons before they come in, and then they release them. It's supposed to always be when Nebraska scores the first touchdown, but these days sometimes there's not a touchdown until there might be a field goal and half of them go up in the second quarter. But yeah, it's always been kind of a weird thing, and it doesn't do much for your game day experience, I don't think, if you've been around a while. I mean, the only people that I can see that are upset are the ones that are bringing their young kids to the game for the first time to see all the balloons go up in the air. So, no, Trev Alberts was on his monthly appearance on Sports Nightly last night, and he announced that there would be no more balloons being. And this is after a few years back, there was a big stink about the environmental impacts of the balloons. So they actually had to remanufacture the balloons to make them more environmentally safe. And but now apparently there's a helium shortage. So that is the reasoning. So, in this day and age, there's a lot of shortages going on. I mean, gas prices, everything. So I'm not surprised that there's a helium shortage. And, Trev Albert said the state of Nebraska hospital system could use the helium a lot more than, Memorial Stadium could for filling up balloons. So that's all that is. And people are just up in arms about it, apparently. It made national news. And, yeah.
Well,
What
to
can you say?
Yelly Belly's,
I won't miss it, like I said.
to Yelly Belly's point, are they completely banning balloons at all? But if people bring their own balloons,
I'm sure that's fine. Yeah. No, they're just going to donate their helium to the hospitals, apparently, is what I get out of it. So
okay, well, that's certainly a great cause.
Hey, I've got in my video archives one day of a balloon that, I was in the end zone, and this balloon was just taking its own time. It wouldn't even go up and was just dancing across the field and stopped right by my feet in the back of the end zone. And I got a great shot of it with my camera as a B-roll still shot. But they were, like I said, half of the time they'd go up at the wrong times, or Nebraska would score, then there was a penalty, and it'd get called back, and all the balloons are already out. And yeah.
Somebody will think of some kind of alternate.
And seriously, why do you want to hold on to a balloon for almost a half a football sometimes?
Well, they're hoping not to have to hold on to it that long.
Oh, right, yeah.
Somebody will come up with an alternate option, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I'm sure. Well, it used to be the old tradition, too, for basketball at the Devaney Center that, the crowd would stand up until Nebraska scored their first field goal. Sometimes you'd be standing up for like 5 minutes. You'd have to wait through the whole first media timeout sometimes.
Yeah, that's not fun when you think of something like that to do. It's like Miami with this turnover chain. That's all well and good, but if you're down 31-3 in the second quarter and you cause a turnover and you're celebrating a turnover chain and you're down 31-3, it seems a little silly.
Yeah.